This is Mike and Hazel Prince's house here in Hampshire. Looks pleasant enough, but actually they've got a problem, a big problem. Let's go and have a look. Mike and Hazel aren't alone. This problem affects thousands of homes up and down the country. It causes unsightly scarring, physical damage to the property, and it even poses a health risk. It made Hazel so fed up that she even considered moving. So, what is it that can cause such misery? Water. Well, okay, damp.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Hazel, nice to
Come
see you.
in.
Hi, Mike. How do you doing?
Hi.
Through here, is it, Hazel?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I see what you mean, yes. That's not very good, is it? Have you tried to get rid of this, Mike?
We've tried humidifiers, we've tried double glazing, but whatever we do just doesn't work.
And what about decorating over it?
We've tried painting over it, and after about 6 months back it comes.
And is it just in this room then, Hazel?
No, we have it in the sitting room as well, but that's slightly worse because there's rust forming around the electrical sockets.
Sounds quite dangerous as well, doesn't it? And I don't want to be rude or anything, but actually when you do come in here, you do notice that damp smell.
Yes, particularly noticeable when we come back from holiday, when the room's been shut up for a period of weeks.
OK, that's the problem. We've got to come up with a solution, and I know that you've looked at lots of different systems and decided to install the Schrijver damp control system. Let's find out all about it, shall we? Hazel and Mike, this is Jason and Graham who'll be doing your installation today. Hi, fellas. I'm all there unloading the equipment. Let's find out how the company started.
The system was invented by the Dutch inventor Henk Schrijver in 1976. His experiments with relative humidities under differing temperatures and air pressures led him to create the twin-chambered elements that still form the basis of the system today. The device was manufactured in Schrijver's own workshops and underwent extensive laboratory tests. It was then installed in over 100 test houses before being granted its official patent in 1988. Later that year, Henk Schrijver won first prize in the Dutch national competition for inventions. And in 1997, Frank Schrijver, the son of the inventor, brought the system to the UK. They've now installed thousands of systems throughout the country, and, not to be outdone by Dad, in 2001, Frank was a finalist in the Anglo-Dutch Award for Business Enterprise from the British Netherlands Chamber of Commerce.
Jason and Graham are just finishing their measurements for the width of the wall, and they've worked out the necessary spacings. This is the actual device that will be installed. Big question is, how does it work? OK, pay attention. Here comes the science.
The system consists of a stone element within a specially manufactured brick containing two internal chambers. As the air flows in, the constriction at the aperture causes the pressure to vary between the two chambers. There's an increase in pressure in the first chamber and a decrease in the second, setting up a constant draft through the system. The element is cooled by this draft, and a small cold spot is set up in the wall. Since moisture is naturally drawn to the coldest point, it will gather at this so-called cold bridge, where it's easily absorbed and transported outside. A suction effect is created, whereby surrounding moisture is also pulled into the system, to be expelled by evaporation. The Schrijver system uses no chemicals, produces no waste products, and is easily installed. It can be fixed in single brick, stone, solid or cavity walls, and has been fitted in a wide range of houses, as well as buildings of special interest and significance, even an Oost house. The results from scientific tests clearly show how effective at removing excess moisture the Schrijver system is.
OK, Graham, how many elements do you think you put in a wall like this then?
About 11.
And does the spacing vary from house to house?
Well, no, it's tailor-made for every single house.
And I noticed you've got a hose there. You're watering the garden as well then?
No, it's to keep the drill cool and to minimise the dust.
OK. Well, having chosen the Schrijver system, Mike and Hazel can now look forward to a dry and damp-free home. But how does the system actually work in practice? Here's a property where it was installed some time ago. Let's find out how it's working. This is Anne Hipperson's house here in Banstead in Surrey. Anne had a problem at the back of the house, in the kitchen. Love your kitchen, Anne. Absolutely fantastic. Where was the problem?
The problem is on the wall over there, particularly. The plaster was just all peeling off, the paint came off, so I had to do something about it then.
I mean, isn't it just because it's an old house, though? It's going to be a bit damp, isn't it?
Yeah, there always was a slight damp problem all over, really. But as you know, I expected it because it was an old house. It's nearly 100 years old.
And what's it been like since you had it done?
Well, now it's absolutely fine. There's, you know, there's nothing. It's completely dried out. I mean, it doesn't happen instantly, but it is completely dried out now. Yeah.
Why did you go for the Schrijver method? Do you like the idea that it doesn't use chemicals?
I do, yes. The fact that it's the air that gets into the brick and dries the wall out, or into the wall rather, dries it naturally. Yeah. So when it's done, it's done for good.
Very nice indeed. And thanks for letting us come into your home.
Okay, thank you.
One satisfied customer. Now, this next property was a real challenge. Well, I'm a bit nervous about this one because I've seen the photos of what it was like before. Is it all right to go in now, Andy?
It certainly is fine now.
Come on then. Well, it's fine to me, Andy. Where was the problem then?
The actual problem was over there in that corner there.
And how bad was it?
Oh, it was extremely bad. I mean, the paper was absolutely saturated. There was like a lot of brown staining around it as well. And there was an awful smell, that sort of musty smell, can't really explain.
Yeah. And you got children, so were you worried about health problems?
Yes, I was very concerned, particularly with the amount of mould that was there.
Right, and they had the installation done when?
4 years ago.
Pleased with it?
Very, very pleased with it.
And what's it been like since the installation's been done?
It's been perfect, really. We've been able to decorate, and it's obviously improved their life greatly that way.
And when they came out to do the installation, Hannah, were they good?
They were wonderful. They were very, very good. They bagged all the rubble up as they went along. They left it very tidy, and they washed everything down, and they left the drive cleaner than when they started.
That's a job less for you to do then.
That's it.
Great. Well, it certainly worked for them, didn't it? Back here, Jason is finishing off the installation. Is that the last element then, Jason?
Yeah, that's the last one.
OK, so all that remains is the clear up. And when these boys say clear up, they mean, well, have a look at this. Tea, lovely. Well, we're having our refresh up. Here's what you have to do next.
Just call the number given at the end of the film, where one of the trained Schrijver team will be waiting for your call. They'll ensure that your property can benefit from an installation and arrange a convenient time for a surveyor to call and make an assessment. In the vast majority of cases, the system can be installed in a single day.
And there you have it. If your house is plagued by damp, why wait? Give Schrijver a call now. Goodbye.